How you doing, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about weight fluctuations. So I'm going to be going through a case study actually of myself, so to give people a better understanding of why it's important to understand weight fluctuations, especially if you're in a dieting phase and you're trying to drop body fat, because understanding how the metabolism works and understanding how your weight will go up and down throughout the week will make you feel a lot more clearer journey, because some people only weigh themselves once a week, and that's not enough to understand the metabolism, in my opinion. So we're going to go off. I've got my graph from over the last week or so. So this is before my show. So I competed on Saturday. So before I stepped on stage, I was about 145, 143. So my lowest weigh-in was about 143. It's not actually on it, but first it was 145. So I competed on the second, and that was I weighed in at 145 around that sort of time. So post show, obviously I had some food. So I think one night after my photo shoot, I had a pizza, I had chocolate, I had a cake, all of that good stuff. And then you can see this weigh in here. I weighed in at 148. So from 143 to 148, that's a £5 difference. Now the reason I weighed myself the next day is because I can then know how much heavier I am from eating that food. Now I've not put on £5 fat, because you cannot put on fat overnight. What this means is this is stored energy. So my body is holding on to excess energy from all the food consumption that I did the night before. Now, if I didn't understand my metabolism, I would then think, right, I've put on £5 of food, I could lose motivation in training, I could lose motivation in my cardio, my diet, and I could go completely off the rail. And if I did that, this would then continue to go up to maybe 150, or continue to stay at a higher weight. So what I did was, that day I trained legs actually, and I did my cardio, and I stuck to my diet how it is usually. So my normal meals. And then as you can see here, it came back down to 145, and that was within one day. It came down, dropped by £3. So as you can see here, how important this is for a client to understand this. This is why I get all my clients to weigh themselves every single day, so they can understand how the weight fluctuates from up and down. So from me training, from me doing my cardio and my steps, the weight came straight back down to 145. Now, if I then didn't weigh myself, or I didn't understand that it's okay for it to go up, I could then start panicking and lose motivation and carry on overindulging in food, and then the weight definitely wouldn't have came down. And as you can see, another day later, it went back down to 143 again. So it's coming back down to where I originally started, which is 143. So as you can see, started at 143, overindulged in food, went to 148, came down to 145, then 143. So that's basically how weight fluctuations work, especially when you're in a calorie deficit. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body is in a catabolic state, and that basically means the breaking down of energy. So the reason it will sometimes come back up is because your body is trying to regulate homeostasis, and that basically means when you're trying to drop body fat, your body is trying to balance everything out, so it doesn't want to come down, it wants to stay where it is, and that's sometimes why you'll find the body, the weight going back up. Because as you can see today, the last 2 days, I've gone back up to 144.6. So that's a pound or 1.5 pound heavier. And that's just due to normal weight fluctuations that you do get throughout the week. So your weight's always going to be up and down by a pound or two throughout the week. And as I mentioned earlier, that is why I get all my clients to weigh themselves every day, because the better understanding you have of your body and how fat loss works, more clearer you're going to feel, and a more reassurance on your journey. Because at the end of the day, if you don't understand this sort of stuff, it can be quite easy to fall off the bandwagon and then not actually get back on it due to low motivation. So for me, as you can see, to clarify, my weight went up when I ate loads of pizza, I had chocolate. I carried on training the next day, came back down to 145, came right back down to 143, and the last 2 days it's gone back up to 145, and that's usually where I sit around 145. But obviously for now, my aim is to slowly gain, so that will slowly be going up. So if you don't understand weight fluctuations, I would recommend weighing yourself every single day and tracking it. This is going to help you to look throughout the week patterns in your fat loss. Because one thing I will say is what you will find, that I've found with myself and a lot of clients, your weight will actually go up before it comes down. So that's just due to, as I said before, weight fluctuations. You could start 145, go up to 147, and then a few days later you can be at like 142. That's just how the body works. Everyone is different, and that's why, I've had clients that maintain the same weight for like 2 months, but still look leaner and dropping body fat. So weight fluctuations are massive. So many different variables that come into play when you look at these sort of things. But this is just a case study of my experience, and over the last week from competing in my show. I hope this video has been helpful to anyone. If anyone's got any questions on this, feel free to drop me a message.